Hi, it's me again, Roxy, and I got some new gouache the other day. I bought it on Amazon, and I don't know if I read a review somewhere that they were really, really good. They cost $16.98 on Amazon for 18 tubes at 12 milliliters each. And it's by Art Philosophy. So I went ahead and opened these today, and I compared them with the Arteza. These are also 12 milliliters, and so they have the same amount. These are like in a plastic tube, and these are more like, they feel like they're more like aluminum, which I like the feel of these better, the tube. But I decided I wanted to do a comparison test and see how they work. So one of the things that I did is I went ahead and swatched these out. This I did the other day, and this I did today. So if we go ahead and compare, these are all the same pigments right here on the top row. So PY3, PY42, PR4, PR21, and PR13, and these have 3 pigments. And a lot of them are like, in terms of ratings, they say like a 3 on most of them for color fastness. I didn't write all the color fastness numbers because I wasn't really focusing on that. I was focusing more on the paint and the colors and how they work together in terms of like, are they similar? So you go ahead and look at the greens. Now these were different. This is PG7 and PW6, and then this is PY3. So these have a little bit of a different color. This looks like a little darker Arteza. And then the Art Philosophy did not have this yellow green. It's more like a sap green, I'd say. It's PG7 and P43. This said it had the same exact pigments, but why does this look lighter? It almost looks like this has a little bit of white in it, the Arteza, but I don't know. These also have the same pigments, but once again, this one looks a little tiny bit lighter, as if it has a little white in it, but I don't know. It didn't say that. These two look exactly, the Prussian blue look exactly the same. But this one has PB15 and PY23, and this says it's just PB15. And then, of course, this is the black. I don't know why, but the Art Philosophy black looked a little more opaque on this swatch, but it could be that maybe I just had a little bit more water there. I don't know. So in terms of the colors, they look very similar. The Art Philosophy paints are basically $17 for 18. And the Arteza 24 set is only like $20 on Amazon. So you're going to get more for your money with Arteza. I would say these are just like Arteza, so you're not really getting a better deal purchasing these. So I went ahead and created a strawberry. Now this is Arteza and this is Art Philosophy. Basically, I would say they're very similar, again, in how they go on paper. Again, the Art Philosophy did not have the lighter green, so I had to mix some yellow with the green to get a lighter green. And then their Viridian green looks a little more blue than the Arteza. But again, they're just very much similar. I would say they're on the same level. And when I squeezed out the tubes, the paint looked the same. This one did not squirt out slimy or anything like that. It was just a nice thick, pour. So it was just like Arteza in that way. So another thing I wanted to show you was another comparison. So this is just something I did really quick. I used almost the same colors. This is Art Philosophy, and this is Arteza on black. And so as you look here, they look again very similar. I think I used different reds here and different greens, but basically they're very comparable. I was just kind of bummed out that they didn't have like a yellow green in there. They have an orange red and the vermilion. They have a crimson, but they don't have any other. See, oh, they have a rose. They do. Oh yeah, okay. They have mauve, which is like a purple, and they have a deep green, which I liked, and the viridian. But they have a mid green, which is more like a sap green. But again, I wish they would have had like a lighter green. But you know, you can always mix it with yellow. The other thing I want to show you is the Arteza. Here, I went ahead and painted, just quickly painted a pair. And again, they look very similar. So I would say they actually reacted the same with the brush and the way I moved it around. Everything seemed the same. Nothing was quite that different except for maybe the colors, you know, like the green or something like that. So I wanted to show you that. Also, I wanted you to see how it looks compared to Holbein. Holbein's an expensive, professional artist grade gouache, and you know, they look very similar. I would just tell you that when I was working with Holbein, there was a huge difference. Everything was it just glided so smoothly. And it was just like, oh, I don't even know. It was just like butter. Everything was so beautiful. It was so easy to blend. These were just a little bit, you know, I had to work a little bit more to get them to blend the way I wanted. And so that's why these are cheaper. A lot cheaper. This is a lot more expensive. So I can understand why. Holbein is just easier to work with. I love it. When I worked with these compared to Holbein, these felt, with the brush and then I mixed the water in, these felt like a little gummy, or I would say a little more transparent, or they just seemed like they had something in it that made them a little gummy, but they were still smooth as I used the brush. It just seemed like they had something else in it, both of them. And then when I used the Holbein, it was more creamy, just very creamy. Like just very creamy and just very opaque, even when I was using the brush. But these seemed like they were just more gummy, a little, oh, I would say the word is sticky. They seemed a little more sticky, the paint. And this did not feel sticky at all. So I think these are just great to practice with, to just keep practicing and practicing until you get really good. And then when you want to create like your masterpiece, you can always use Holbein. You can still create a masterpiece with this though. But I would just say if you want a better experience, you want to go with the more expensive gouache. If you want to have fun and just create, you can use all three. It doesn't really matter. I personally like to use my Holbein to practice because I have a lot of it. And I have a lot of this too, but I would say I would be probably using this for something more like comparison paints and whatnot. But so that's all I wanted to let you know. I just wanted to let you know what I experienced with the Art Philosophy Gouache paints. And I do have another comparison video that talks about Hobby Lobby's Master, the Master's Touch. Again, excuse this, water fell on it, but it's very similar, Master's Touch, to the Arteza and the Art Philosophy. Same, I would just say this very much the same. And these are even cheaper. And I think you get 12 though, but they're like $10 for 12, and Master Touch always has like a 50% off, so I got them for $5. So 12 for $5, that's a great deal right there. And so I just wanted you to see that, and hope you guys have a nice day. Thank you.